So the question was that we are chanting many different names. Uh, is that okay? Or are we supposed to do that? Or what is the thing? So every form of the Lord, it is this, we say Lord is one, that is true. But Lord comes in different forms. Now, every form of the Lord has a particular energy level. And when we are chanting one particular name, then we have access to that particular energy level. Now, what happens is that we may be chanting many different names. To get the best results, it is always advised that we must focus on one. The thing that is told is, the concept is that of going from many to one. So if we are chanting different things, then we are not focusing on any one. It is like saying the energy of the sun is everywhere. But if you hold a lens and focus all that energy into that lens, then you put a piece of paper below that lens, it will catch fire because that energy is so much. So if we also want to get the benefit of whatever we are doing, the maximum benefit, then to get the most energy, we must focus on any one. So worship one Lord, visit one temple, chant one name of the Lord repeatedly. Sometimes we say stotras, we sing bhajans. That is definitely good if we are not able to do chanting. Rather than that, when you say a stotra, there are words which convey the names of the Lord, and there are words which praise him. So there are other words. So definitely the number of times that you're saying that name of the Lord is less. Similarly with bhajan. So rather than singing bhajan or reciting stotras, it would be better if in that same time you could do chanting of that particular nama of the Lord. But what happens is, when I'm going about my other work, it may not be possible for me to keep chanting the name of the Lord. So at such times, instead of letting my mind go here and there, I can say shlokas, I can say stotras, I can say do bhajan. That is okay. But when it comes to chanting the name of the Lord, it will be good if we can focus on any one particular chant and keep doing that one chant to get the maximum benefit. It's like when we are studying, no? When we study in school, we have so many subjects that we study. When we go to +2 PUC, then at that level we choose, no? We want science, arts, commerce, like that. Then when we go further from that, we will choose one particular area of science or commerce. Then when we do our post-graduation, we go even deeper. When we do PhD, you go even deeper. So like that, that is supposed to take you, deeper into the topic. So similarly, instead of doing different chantings, it would be best to stick to one particular chant. That is what is ideal. Does that answer your question, Mona Lisa ji?
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you so much. But one thing, how would I know which name would give me which kind of energy? I mean, how do I choose? What are the options?
Yeah. So what happens is, we don't know to choose. If we have a guru and the guru has given us a mantra, then we must chant that guru mantra which is given by the guru. Then there is no second thought of what I should do or what I think about it and like that. But if I don't have a guru, then I am not so knowledgeable as to judge. And if I choose also, I will choose out of my liking. So there are two ways to go about it. One is that we will have some deity whom we like. So that is called as Ishta Devata. So we will chant the name of that deity, right? So that is one way to go about. But there are certain schools of thought which say that if I do that also, I am choosing by my limited mind. But God has given us a good solution, that we are born into a particular family. So when you're born into that particular family, then you have been put into that family so that you will get maximum spiritual benefit from it. So you chant the name of the family deity who is in that family. In the case of women, it is told that those who are not married will chant the family name of the family deity of their parents. After marriage, getting married is like a punarjanma of sorts. So you are now connected to the husband's family. So you chant the name of the family deity of the husband. So that way also you can do it. Either you choose your Ishta Devata and do that chanting, or you do the chanting of the name of the family deity. Does that make sense?
Yeah, ma'am. And in case we don't know about the deity,
If you
family
don't know,
deity.
if you don't know who is the family deity, then you can just chant Shri Kuladevatayai Namaha. So what will happen is many people have found that when they chant like this, Shri Kuladevatayai Namaha. So when they chant like this, they have found that events have taken place so that they will then be guided to somebody who knows who is their family deity. They will get some information about that and then they can start chanting that.
Got it. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah. Anybody else has anything to ask or share?
Ma'am, there is a question in the chat.
Okay. I'm not able to
In
see.
WhatsApp. In the WhatsApp.
In the WhatsApp. Okay, 1 minute. Let me look at it. Thank you so much, Mona Lisa.
You are always saying we chant Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Yeah.
So what is that chanting? That is, why do you chant that in starting?
During our regular satsangs, we were doing that chanting, right? Yeah.
Yes,
So what happens is that Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya is a mantra of Lord Krishna. So it is one of the mantras which is said to have a lot of power. And for those who are worshipping Lord Krishna, that mantra can be chanted. So since I was told about this initially during the initial stages few years back in my spiritual practice, that is one of the general mantras that everybody can chant also. So if we don't have a particular mantra, or we don't have a family deity, or we are not able to make out, like I said, one option is we can chant Shri Kuladevataya Namaha, or we can chant a mantra like this, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya can be chanted. That is, but then it is for people who have, liking for Krishna, or if Krishna is their Ishta Devata, they can chant that mantra. For somebody, if Rama is their Ishta Devata, they can chant Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. They can chant like that. Then there are some people who are, having faith, or they follow the teachings of ISKCON. Then they chant that Hare Krishna mantra. That way, whatever it is, the idea is to keep our mind focused on God. So if we can do any of those, but do one and stick to that, then at some point of time, we will get the guidance which is required to take us to the next level. Yeah, the question in the chat box, Suma has asked, but Suma is not joined into this satsang. She's not able to join back because of bad weather. Okay. Anyway, I will answer that question partly, and maybe later if I put this recording up on YouTube, she will listen to it and be able to get her answer. So her question is that about rebirth, should we believe in rebirth? Now, actually, in this satsang, all of us who are here, we are people who definitely believe in rebirth. At least that is what I am assuming. We cannot go into the details of whether rebirth is there or not there, because we've come far ahead from that situation. So if we are believers in Sanatan Dharma, if we are followers of Sanatana Dharma, then one of the basic concepts in Sanatan Dharma is the concept of Punarjanma. Every Atma, it takes a particular body. At the end of finishing of whatever karma it had to finish in that lifetime, it throws away that body, the Atma departs, and finding the next suitable body, it enters into that next body. Even in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna has told that how, just like a person casts off the garments, we remove our clothes, isn't it? We remove the clothes which we have worn for a long time, and then we wear fresh new clothes. Similarly, the Atma casts off the body and takes a new body. So the concept of rebirth, punarjanma, is definitely there. So there is no questioning that, and there is no question of whether we should believe in it or not. We have come with a baggage of particular karmas. We will have to undergo the effects of that. And what we are undergoing in this life is nothing but a result of what actions we had done in our past life. And whatever actions we are doing in this life will definitely decide what will be the state in our next life. So when we say this life, my is not this body, my I is referring to the Atma. So I don't know what more to tell beyond that for this question. Anybody else has anything else to share or add, or any questions?
One last question to
Yeah, please.
No. So if we are praying Krishna, then we should not say Hanuman Chalisa and all that. It is not right.
No, it is not like that. See, what will happen is, maybe you have been saying Hanuman Chalisa for a long time. So you have a kind of emotional connect with that. There is nothing wrong with saying Hanuman Chalisa. You can continue doing that. When you are,
things we did it because over time you hear something and all, and just unknowingly you are just doing it.
Yeah.
Because end of the day you feel, okay, we are praying to God. So something. But if it is not right, then should we stop it?
No.
Should correct?
No, it is not a question of being not right. As I said, see, it is not possible for you to all the time be chanting the mantra of Krishna, right? So, because definitely you will be doing some other work, or you will have some time and you feel like chanting Hanuman Chalisa. Please go ahead and do that. There is nothing wrong with that. Ultimately, the idea is to keep in our mind the thoughts of God, right? So, it is not that you should not chant Hanuman Chalisa. There is nothing like that. But as you go ahead, you may find if you start doing your Nama Japa with more concentration and focus, you may reach a stage where you feel that you are getting the same joy out of chanting the Nama as you were getting by reciting Hanuman Chalisa. At that point of time, if you feel that, okay, now I want to do chanting only, then you can do that. But I'm not talking that you should forcibly now stop Hanuman Chalisa and do chanting. I hope I have not confused you.
No. See, a lot of times, it is, if it becomes a practice, and then when you don't do it, you feel, oh God, why didn't I do it? I was always doing it. Why did I it keeps on disturbing you, because it's not about right or wrong, but if it is not done, then you feel, oh God, I should have said it. It's a daily thing. I'm doing it. Why I didn't do it?
Correct. So, from that point of view, it is good, because then it shows that somewhere your conscience is alert and awake and it is pushing you in the right direction. So that is good. That is good, no doubt. If reciting Hanuman Chalisa helps us to remember God and keep in his sanidhya for more time, definitely we should continue doing it.
Same thing happens, ma'am, for me also. Like sometimes, I feel like but doing a particular chant, right? Like sleeping, if we're not getting sleep. So Hanuman Chalisa, and it will give me a peaceful sleep.
Yeah.
Then sometimes if our energy is very low, feeling sad, there is a particular mantra in a particular tune, like Om Namah Narayana. And if I do that, I feel very joyous and happy, So like that, automatically things will happen. Maybe I'm chanting it like Om Namah Shiva now, but next moment or any other day, that particular chant will not come.
Correct. That is okay. That happens to us sometimes. But if we have X amount of time and energy to give, then if we can try and come, right now, if you're doing 10 different things, you try and come from 10 to 8, or from 8, you come to 6, like that, gradually with time. If you can try to, do one, then that means you are going deeper into that one particular thing. When our energy is given in many different directions, it can be difficult to have focus. And sometimes what happens is we want this from this God, we want that from that God. But ultimately, our objective is that we want to get to a stage where we are going to accept everything, whatever God has given us as His will. Either I will say it is my prarabdha, I have to go through this, or I will say it is God's wish, it is happening like this. Correct. So with that, so rather than praying to a particular God, asking for a particular thing, or because of the particular feeling that I'm getting, that is fine, because it is definitely better than not having any love of God. But as you go ahead in the sadhana, we should try and come from many different things to focus on one. That is the ideal path to take. But it doesn't mean that you have to stop doing everything else and do only one thing right now. It may not be possible, but see if you can gradually go in that direction.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you.
Anybody else has anything to say? Yeah. So in case, thank you, Usha. Thank you, Biji. It has been a wonderful session for me also. As I said, I don't really know what I know, and I don't know what I definitely know that I don't know much, but by God's grace, we have pulled through today, and we will pull through like this only. He will pull us through on all the days. So if there are no more questions, we can stop here for today. And I hope all of you will join back again next Tuesday. Please join in, and please do keep your questions ready. From next Tuesday, we will start with the first shloka of the Bhagavad Gita as such. Today we have seen the introduction. From next time, we will start with the shlokas proper. So thank you, everybody, and namaskar.
Thank you, Ansuyaji. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you.
Thank you. Namaste. Namaskar.